Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Round number 1, scheduled for the championship distance of 12. Back up top he goes. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Comes right back with a shot of his own. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tyson's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Teddy, a prime Mike Tyson here has so many KO1s sprinkled across his record. Do you expect those kind of fireworks early on here?
Yeah, for a couple of reasons. He understands the history. He's a history student. He likes a legacy. He wants to be like Jack Dempsey, all those fighters of the past where he's ferocious. And also, he wants to send a signal to future opponents that you should not get in the ring with it.
A crushing two-punch combo by George Foreman. Tyson's left landing well.
Keep that head moving.
Boxer versus brawler, a lot of people would think back to Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. And it's very easy to see. You go back and you watch that fight of what one guy can do and what one guy can't.
And you look at the mental aspects of it, too. You know, it kind of fits in. The brawler is a guy who's frowning. You know, he's putting on that kind of mean face. And the guy who's the boxer, he's the jovial guy. He's the one who's clowning around a little bit. He wants to have fun. He wants to be left alone. The guy who's making those faces, he wants to get in close.
If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by Mike Tyson. That's a forceful two-punch combo by George Foreman. Nice work with the overhand right.
Come on, get busted.
And that's the end of round 1. George Foreman's cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using illegal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Mike Tyson's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Parries that punch away.
Watch the hook.
Good body shot. The right hand came home. There's the hook. Foreman's nailed by a huge uppercut. Halfway through round number 2. Fine looking right hand by George Foreman. George Foreman showing us some desperate measures right here. Throwing big looping shots, just trying to headhunt after being stunned.
Yeah, sometimes when you're not sure of yourself, you actually do the opposite of what most people would think or picture that you do. You go right after the guy. You kind of run into the propeller of the plane. That's what he's doing right now.
Those uppercuts that George Foreman was able to land on Joe Frazier and winning the heavyweight title, they were lifting Joe Frazier off the ground.
You know, Joe Frazier, because of his style, as terrific as he was made to order for George Foreman.
Foreman's punch didn't come close. And now he scores well with the straight right. And that's the end of round 2. George Foreman's head has turned into one big target for his opponent. Teddy, he cannot get out of the way of this attack.
No, he acts like a guy who gets insulted if you miss him.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Good flush shot by George Foreman. Tyson's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Left to the body. There's There's an excellent combination by Mike Tyson. Tyson's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Foreman's proving to be elusive. Oh, a good right hand by Mike Tyson. Well-placed shot came after a nice defensive move there. Good block. And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Unable to score with the hook. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Iron Mike having to deal with a nosebleed now. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
That is it.
So as we start round 4, we reflect on the first 3, looking at Teddy's scorecard. Tyson's earned good marks, taking all 3 rounds.
Yeah, not eventful some of the rounds. Not a lot to separate the two guys, but I think that his jab has carried the day.
Well off the mark by George Foreman. Tyson's nose is starting to bleed. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. This is really solid defense by Mike Tyson. You see how he has his arms up in that peekaboo position, but by doing so, George Foreman is always dangerous. For right now, George Foreman, what a big shot. Perfectly executed combination. Foreman's down. He's going to have to beat the count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
George Foreman wants to fight on, and here he comes. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. To the head he goes with a left hand. Tyson's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Really frustrating his opponent now. As he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. 4th round now with its last 10 seconds. And round 4 comes to an end. Tyson's plan is clearly to go upstairs against his opponent, and to do so, he's staying out of that danger zone, Teddy. How would you attack that?
Well, first of all, you need to move your head. Take that height advantage away. You know, slip to either side a little bit, and all of a sudden, get inside that jab.
It's okay. Pay him back.
Big George Foreman with a big, angry hook. Nowhere close, that punch by Mike Tyson.
One, two. 1, 2.
Foreman's got to figure out a way to do something different here. I mean, I know he's committed to being a counterpuncher, but right now he's giving rounds away.
Yeah, he is, because he's waiting for things to happen that are not happening. You know, he's laying back, he's waiting for the guy to walk in. See, to be a good counterpuncher, an effective counterpuncher, guy has to come close to you. But His opponent's staying at a distance. He's not giving him anything to counter.
Effective work with that flush overhand right. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. That's an impactful right hand by Mike Tyson. Right to the body. Foreman's starting to score at ease against his opponent there. Anytime you can land a three-punch combination, you're really hitting your groove. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Little head knocking with that right hand. And that's the end of round 5. We hear about guys being calm and cool when the pressure's on. With that eye completely shut, the pressure is on.
Yeah, this is where you're really ultimately being tested as a fighter, as a human being, as a man.
Come on. Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Foreman's work rate is impressive, Teddy, but his connect percentage is not.
No, there's 2 reasons for it. So one is his opponent. His opponent is pretty smart in there. You know, he's not just standing there saying, hey, hit me. He's moving, he's being smart defensively. The other thing is the punches are a little too wide. He needs to shorten them up a little.
Right on the mark with the hook up top. A little head hunting with the right. Halfway through round 6. Tyson's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Solid right by Mike Tyson. Right hand downstairs. Right to the head with that right.
Keep your hands up.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on.
There you go.
George Foreman's not just loading up, he's landing combination punches like he did right there. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Wow, what a right hand he just got caught by, and he's looking to tie up. Here we go, action to start the 7th round. Tyson's out there for another round in a fight that he's been in complete control of so far.
Working the body.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Foreman's lacking that jab there. He just hasn't committed to throwing it at all.
I mean, that's the most basic thing in the world, is to use that jab. That jab does so many things for you. Keeps the guy defensive, and obviously it sets up your offense.
Tyson's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside.
Move away from the ropes.
Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's combination punching is working well here.
Head and body. Head and body.
And he returns on that exchange. Foreman's well off the mark that time.
That's what I want to see. Focus.
Overhand right can be so effective. Foreman's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. And round 7 comes to an end. George Foreman's hope for winning this fight is not slipping away. I know you see Teddy's scorecard there and you say, how could he possibly make a comeback? Teddy, it's pretty obvious. Both guys are landing punches.
Yeah, as long as you can touch the guy, as long as you can find the guy, and you have power, and he has power, you can still get the job done. You can pull it out.
Nice work with the combination by George Foreman. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Solid straight right hand. Foreman's taken a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own head when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I can tell you where not to put it, in the middle. And he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
A thundering right hand from George Foreman. George Foreman's really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good, solid jab. You see, he comes over the top with that right hand, a real solid shot. Nice, crisp 1-2 combination by George Foreman. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. And that does it for this round. What you're seeing in here with these two guys, cut up, swollen, going back and forth, this is why people love the fight game, because they say to themselves, I couldn't do that. I couldn't fight on.
You're exactly right. If you opened up Webster's dictionary and you look for the definition of a warrior, this is exactly what you would want to see.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Foreman's got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But, Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway where cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
Zones in on that overhand right. And now he's targeting upstairs. Foreman's corner looks like they're creeping up those steps. I think they may want this fight to be over soon.
I think they need to be responsible and understand that just like sometimes the tide goes out, and guess what? It's not coming back in until tomorrow. Well, this is enough for today. This fight is over. We're going to have another day when we come back prepared to do it again.
Mike Tyson with a big right hand. Tyson's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. Another good round by him there. Teddy, he can't miss tonight.
No, I'm taking nothing away from him, but you can't miss when your opponent goes out there and begs you to hit him. I mean, he's just standing right there asking for it.
Straight right, left hook, very nicely done, scoring up top. A good block by Mike Tyson. Foreman's in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it. that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
Foreman dismisses that with a block. Tyson's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. He's so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
That's it, just like that.
Foreman's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. He comes with the straight right hand. Right to the belt line. George Foreman smashed by an uppercut.
Rhythm, okay?
Let's look at your scorecard, Teddy, to open up this 11th round. Yeah, this is exactly what we see in front of us here. A good, comfortable lead for him, plus his opponent. I mean, the guy's a mess. His cutman's been trying to deal with this for a few rounds.
Yeah, it's like you're driving now on the road a little bit. The guy who's winning, he's been driving along on the road a little bit. Now it's a matter, you're getting home. You know it's been a good trip, but you want to get home a little faster, so do you step it up to 80, or do you stay at 60?
Big George Foreman unloads a left hand. Good job on the two-punch combo by George Foreman. Lands a big hook. And banging away he goes. Big George damaged here. Will he be able to go forward?
3, 4, 5.
Hurry, get up!
Foreman's rising back up. That takes some guts. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by George Foreman. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Foreman stunned, and he is hurt. Wow! Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
6, 7.
Down he goes. Now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Iron Mike with an iron right. George Foreman's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Well, you can tell that this cut is now a major problem. If that cut gets any worse, I think George Foreman's hurt. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And round 11 comes to an end. 60 seconds. That's all they get. Just 60 seconds to deal with the fact that their fighter has an eye that's completely shut.
That's all they need. I mean, that's their job. Now they got to show that they can perform under those conditions.
Nice work on the right hand by George Foreman. Foreman's in a position right now, Teddy, that I've seen a lot of guys try to get themselves out of. Now, you've been damaged, you've been knocked down, you've been hurt, and it's desperate. He is not in good shape. Big shot. How is he going to survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The ref is stopping this fight. George Foreman's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout.